name is Blanca, and my family is from Mexico City, and we came to Tucson, Arizona when I was 12 years old. My dad opened up a Mexican restaurant, and he wanted a better life for us. But he was a man who was violent, so he got, because we have protection here, we called the police, and he got deported. Got put in jail here and then deported. And really, we were supposed to go back to Mexico. That's what the law stated. It was my mom, us four kids in an apartment with nothing, and a man knocked on our door, and he was an INS official with an INS van parked outside, and my mom was not home, and he sat with us for an hour and just asked us to tell our story. We told him our story, completely oblivious to why he was there, and he got up and looked at us and said, "This is why I get ulcers," and he closed the door and left. And years later, we realized that that man chose to not do his duty because he saw the heart in us. He saw what had happened to us and all that we had been through, and he saw that we were good people wanting to make a difference. We were left with no food, nothing. We couldn't pay our bills. My mom didn't have work permission. All our documentation pretty much is gone if the main visa holder is deported. So my mom started making tortillas, and we would sell them around the apartment complex just to make money for food, and that's how we ate all summer long. And then there was a janitor at our high school who struck conversation with my brother, and my brother told them what was happening to us. That day, he was scheduled to deliver all the cans of the Salvation Army to the Salvation Army that they had collected, and instead he gave my brother a ride home, and he parked and said to us, "These are for you." And I remember asking him, "Is this okay with the Salvation Army?" And he said to us, "Well, these are for the hungry, and aren't you hungry?" And we said yes, and so he delivered them to us. That lasted us so long. And then he belonged to a church, and the whole community pulled together, not judging our legal status. They completely just gave my mom a car that had over 200,000 miles on it, but to us it was like brand new. And they gave my mom house cleaning jobs, so we would all together clean houses with her, and on Saturdays. And we completely bonded and healed as a family from all the abuse that my dad had done to us. It was very much a time for bonding for us. And from that, I think that I was very touched by how every person in different areas of our lives would do their part to pull together and help us out, from the INS worker who chose not to do his duty and leave us and turn his face, to the people from church who gave my mom jobs and we were able then to make our bills, from the teachers that would tutor us so that we could understand the language, us being so thankful to be in this country, to have a school to go to have an education. None of our family members had ever had a high school degree, that we were just determined to have a high school degree. And we learned the language very quickly, and we got straight A's, and we participated in so many events. We joined sports, and then a lady decided to pay for the fees of an immigration lawyer so that we could have some sort of application, but there were no provisions at all for us. So we couldn't have anything. We had to wait. And basically, I think that the years after my dad left, we pretty much just did our part in really working as hard as we could as a family. I mean, we worked so hard. We all now paid for college. We couldn't work because we didn't have any work permission, but we just did it. And when this law, I married an American citizen, and that's how I have my citizenship. And we have a church now in Gilbert, and which we're happy to serve. But when I heard that this was happening in Arizona, I knew that all those people that had helped, I could never forget. And so I vowed to myself that I would do something, that I would have a voice, and that I would provide a voice for all those illegal immigrants that were like us, who had no voice, and that I would do my part to give them a voice and to fight for them, to humanize them again, because of all the dehumanizing comments that have been made just because of their illegal status. And just forgetting that they're humans and that they're just here to feed their families, just like us. And we have done so much as to, now that I'm a citizen, I love to get jury duty letters. I love to go serve my country that way. And I love to do community service, and all my family does. And I will never, neither will my family, forget what it was like to be judged and marginalized by society and treated like scum because of our illegal status. And so I want to do my part. And this is our 12th year anniversary, and we decided to come to Tempe to spend some time together. We heard about the movie. We went to the movie 9500 Liberty, and for 3 or 4 weeks now, my husband and I had been telling my husband, I want to do something. I want to do something. I don't know what. I'll write my story, but I got to do something. And I have never forgotten it. And so I start from the very beginning, from what's in front of me, which is Facebook. So I posts on Facebook that I was an illegal immigrant, and I never cared. I'm like, I will disclose it to the world if I have to. I am not ashamed of it. And boy, I got some comments, and nobody knew that about me. And they were shocked because they have a stereotype of who is an illegal immigrant and what they do and what they look like and where are they. And it was a platform for me to give undocumented immigrants a voice. And so we went to the movie last night, and at the end of the movie, who shows up but one of the producers of 9500 Liberty. And I am not a person who curses, but I cursed, and my husband was just holding my hand saying, this is your answer, you need to go talk to her. And so I did, and I went and I talked to her, and we sat at the restaurant, and I told Annabelle, I will do anything. I will fight. I don't know how yet, but it'll be clear later. And so I just want to fight for this law for people to understand the damage that this law will do, because this isn't the answer. I understand some of their concerns, but this is not the answer. And injustice is truly just a darkness that will just affect us all. And I want to do my part. Whatever that is, I'm willing, and I want to do my part. So, yeah, that's my story. Sorry, I got all emotional.